Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had every new CO that just promoted a sergeant or is going to promote in the near future, smash that subscribe button. Go and have them smash it right now. Let me give a shout out to the individual that blessed me on yesterday's live. Esquiel, Frankie E, and TC. I think there's somebody else but my chicken scratch. I'm going to have to get better at that. Hit me up in the comments. Thank you guys on behalf of my family and myself. I appreciate you guys and I love you. Now, to the patrons. Oh my goodness. We're on the road to 1,000. We're almost there. Holy schmack. Man, I keep putting more videos over there that you can't see anywhere else. Stay tuned for your well-deserved shout out. You are the heartbeat of this channel. This episode right here, man, gonna take it back to the basics. It's always good, man, whether you're in the military, law enforcement, or you're a gangbanger, it's always good to take it back to the basics. What the hell did you just say? Or the CRT team. I'm going to put an emphasis. CRT team. Take it back to the basics. Keep your finger off the trigger. Haven't heard any negligent discharge stories, so that's a good thing. Hector, get to the goddamn point. Here we go. Somebody asked, Hector. Oh, and again, keep tapping in on the comments, the DMs, the emails, the texts. I am a busy guy, but not too busy for you. I will get back to you. And if I forget, keep pestering me. Somebody wrote, Hector, I think it would be beneficial if you made a video talking about each rank that you were at, your positions, your titles, and what it consisted of. And right here, I'm sitting in the chair. I'm like, yeah, that's a good one, right? Take it back to the basics. We got, I don't know how many thousand followers. Our YouTube channel. Not my YouTube channel, our YouTube channel. Here we go. I'm going to take you back to the time frame, the era, the location, my rank, and the thought process during that. All right. Fuck it. Nah, I'm going to skip the academy. Correctional officer, CO, knuckle dragger, as I like to call myself. Prison guard, at the time I like to call myself. It's frowned upon to call people prison guards. Me, I take it as a badge of honor. I'm built different. Centinela State Prison, early 2007, the beginning of 2007. Right off the gate, you guys know this, Charlie Yard, at the time, level 3 GP. The gym, oh my God, that was my first position post. 1 year in the gym, nothing but sureños and paisas. Why? Because they kept fighting every other race and kicking them out. It happened. The whites, the blacks. I don't even think the others stood a chance. No disrespect. They probably moved the others out before they went off on them too. They're probably like, somebody with some brains. It's a good prison, let me tell you. Said, hey, nah, we got to get these fools out of here. Right? They're causing too much havoc. Then they flipped it to level 4 GP killers. What's happening? Man, buildings 1 through 5. What was my thought process? Well, I was chubby. Right now I weigh 190. Solid muscle. Kick back, Hector. I know, man. So, self-motivation is better than no motivation. False motivation better than no motivation. Fake it till you make it, as they once say. I was chubby, probably pushing the same weight. 198, 200, but fluffy. Fluffy, right? You know when you think you're buff, but you're not? Yeah. Brand new jumpsuit. Yeah, jumpsuit. Green. Transcon. Lunch bag, like a lunch pail. My thought process was green versus blue. Well, technically, this is kind of dumb. My whole thought process was always green versus blue for my 16 years. But this was like fighting mentality. Looking for a fight? No. Eager to fight? No. Ready to fight? About as ready as you can be to fight fucking 200 to 1, right? How ready can you really be? Not ready at all. I mean, yeah. You get what I'm tracking. After that, I worked a variety of posts. Charlie Yard, on the yard, S&E. Well, technically, Right after that, I bounced over to Alpha. Oh, fuck, man. Okay, look, I bounced around. Bravo Gym. That fucking gym was bad. A lot of Sureños in there, blacks. They went off code 3. Was there for that. The inmates in Bravo Gym didn't listen quite as well as the inmates in Charlie Gym. I'll just tell you that much right now. Oh, man. I bounced around A5, Ad Seg. It had the big yard. It had the yard gun with water cannon that you can mix OC. This is before the individual dog kennels. It was good. Program was good. Self-eating. Showers. After that, watch a movie and play spades. I didn't play spades. I really don't know how to play spades. Wasn't really interested. I'd just watch a movie or go to sleep. True story. A little siesta on the clock. Back to Charlie or Charlie 3, Charlie 4, on the floor. Now, were you a crime fighter, Hector? Was that big ass nose of you built for sniffing out contraband, cell phones, drugs, and weapons? I could give 2 fucks about drugs. I'll find it, I flush it. Period. With the exception when I worked visiting, I did find a good amount of dope, heroin. The blacks call it heroin, no disrespect. On a female visitor, and I've told this story before, I had kept watching that inmate because that inmate was from Brawley. I didn't know him from Brawley or her from Brawley, but I saw the driver's license said Brawley. I caught them red-handed, passing the Cheeto bag, and a bindle was in the bag. I let the sergeant know at the time. The sergeant initials was M.R. Okay, M.R. I think the dude's a lieutenant now. He was a visiting sergeant. Oh, yeah, I also worked visiting, and I hated it. As an officer, I hated visiting. I find the dope, and I'm like, oh, yeah, she's going to jail. He's going to the hole. Well, he went to the hole. She didn't go to jail. She got let free. And I told the sergeant, like, hey, what's up? Like, I was newer. I'm like, hey, how come she gets to go home? Oh, well, you didn't catch that interaction, that transaction on camera. Your word means nothing in court. I'm like, what you mean my word means nothing in court? I have a badge. Nah. So she got to leave. I told you, fast forward, later on that evening, I got myself some Chinese food. And lo and behold, guess who handed me my fucking food? Her. She left the prison after bringing in dope, getting caught, went to go work at the Chinese restaurant. Fucking face to face. Thank God she didn't spit in my food. She didn't even know who I was up until I exchanged the money and the food. Well, you got anything good or bad to say about that sergeant at that time, Hector? Nah, it just is what it is, but it opened up my mind to, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm done. I'll tell you what, after that day, I never found dope again. Period. I never found dope again, right? Like I said, it all got flushed. This is before body-worn cameras. I don't care. I'm not here to save the world. My dad gave me a lot of heads up, right? Like, he told me, like, what matters and what doesn't matter. There may or may not have been dudes getting rid of weapons, right? That was the time frame. The time frame, the location, the area was, hey, pretty much if you're not putting fucking hands on us and you're not fronting us off, handle your fucking business. Period. I may have had to take off my belt one time to challenge somebody who challenged me. I told you guys that story. Again, I wasn't a tough guy. I wasn't pretending to be a tough guy. I wasn't looking for a fight. You got to understand, man, when you're around a lot of fucking alpha, testosterone-driven, motherfucking gangsters, you got COs, then you got some CO gangsters, and motherfucking tension is turned. And then you got the heat of the Imperial Valley, Centinela, motherfuckers turned up, right? So even if you ain't trying to be turned up, it's turned up. As a CO, did you use a lot of force, Hector? Yeah. Yes, right? Yes. And back then, again, I'm not saying I did this or I didn't do it. Well, I'm not saying that I did this or I didn't do this. Back then, not everybody who used force wrote a report. Back then, again, I wasn't involved in that. But hey, man, the sergeant could say, "Hey, you're writing a report." Ah, cool. Or what? It was just normal, right? Minimal work, minimal effort. Great, great results. Everybody was happy. The inmates were happy. The staff were happy. The inmates will beat you up. Allegedly, you would beat them back up. Everybody was happy. Honky dory. Fucking pow, bang, boom, pow. Prison made sense, man. Let's chalk it up as a W. Then towards the end of that CO, well, Hector, did you like fighting? I like adrenaline. Did you like fighting? No. Are you good at fighting, Hector? Absolutely not. No. but but I'll tell you what, man, if you're on top of my partner beating his ass, I could come from the corner and cold clock you. Right? Or whatever. Fucking 5-on-2. I mean, you're always gonna be outnumbered. That's the problem. But you get in there, right? Even whenever you get your ass kicked, Hector, good. Even better. Right? Even better. You ain't going out like a bitch. Even better. You just throw your body into the fight, man. You don't have to throw a punch. If you're a CO, your partners are getting their ass kicked, just fucking throw yourself in the middle. That's one less punch your partner's gonna, or one less kick to the head your partner's gonna get, because they're gonna kick you in the head, even across the board. That was the mentality. Then towards the end, I got a good gig in the clinics, in healthcare. There was a good sergeant. I want to say his name, but I don't say names unless they're a fucking complete, utter scumbag. Lieutenant Lion comes to mind. The Buffoon comes to mind. Homito comes to mind. Shelly comes to mind. Buckle comes to mind. Pollard comes to mind. Mario comes to mind. Good gig. Clinics. Posted up in the level 4 clinic. My boots off, my vest off, my belts off, the lights off, in the dentist office, man. Have the level 4 door unlocked. Hey, make sure you shut the door behind you. Oh, I got you, CO. Hey, man. Hey, Farrell, I got you. You're all right, man. No, you're all right. Have a good one, right? It was straight posted, West Coasting, level 4 GP killers. Damn, Hector, how you so comfortable around killers? Motherfucker takes one to know one, right? You gotta move. You gotta move, talk, shoot, move, communicate, kill. Ready, aim, squeeze, fire. Then I got a really great gig at the hospital. Oh, my Lord. But mind you, the whole time I'm living in San Diego, commuting to Centinela. So in the span of 8 years, back and forth. Holy fuck, that sucked, let me tell you. Prison was great. The drive sucked. The heat kind of sucked too. I became spoiled. And acclimated to the weather in San Diego. Almost fucking fainted, passed out one time working a double on the yard in the summer. Then I got a sweet spot working at PMH Hospital and El Centro Hospital. Fucking posted. Oh my goodness. Oh fuck me. Best. Well, besides the whole year that I stole, fair and square, resting on my laurels. That was man. I'll be honest with you. Laptop, cell phone, Wi-Fi. Well, they used to make jokes, man. Damn, Pharaoh, like when the doctor comes in, they have to step over all your cords, man. Step over all your wires. I had my whole setup, man. I had it. Oof, your boy was, it was like an Airbnb before Airbnbs were made, man. I was watching UFC fights, watching the sports games, just on my cell phone, just, man. Were there inmates there? Oh, yeah, they were shackled to the bed, right? One leg yeah, they were shackled. Partner outside had a gun. I was posted. Sometimes probably switch off. Didn't matter. That was it in a nutshell. Fast forward to fucking sergeant after 8 years, man. Your boy thought he hit the fucking lottery. Donovan. 10 minutes now from the pad. No longer a 2-hour commute. Better, right? Wrong. We're hell on earth. Hell on earth. It's about to be rated the worst prison in California. It beat CSP SAC on this little poll that I did on the Instagram. What was the prison like? Oh, it's fucking horrible. what was your mentality like? My mentality at the time was sergeant, meaning I was adopting a lot of stuff I learned from my friends my leaders in the military, the army. Protect the troops. Protect the troops. Right? That's now I have troops. I'm a sergeant. Subordinates. Protect the officers. Safety. Make sure they don't get fired. Make sure they don't get me fired. In that order. That's it. They did. Donovan was trying to push the whole handicap. You're going to push inmates in wheelchairs, disabled people, transgender people. They were trying, the PREA, they were trying to push their fluff, right? I wasn't having it. I wasn't buying it. Yeah, I would sign the 844, the training, but my mentality was safety, 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 safety. Even to this day, I don't even work in a prison. My fucking mentality is safety, period. We'll worry about everything else after the mess gets fucking fucked up and cleaned up. A lot of incident. Did I tell you guys I used a lot of force as an officer? Yeah, I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you what time it was. Sergeant. Man, yeah, I don't know if I used more force as a sergeant. I probably did. If I think real quick, Hector, what were you busier as a sergeant or an officer? I was way busier as a fucking sergeant, let me tell you. But then you add the whole paperwork aspect to it. I don't like paperwork. At the time, I didn't like paperwork. It's something I grew to understand and grew to figure out. I was able to write a book and publish it. You know, I kind of credit that to being a supervisor and having to fucking put pen to paper. Fuck me, man. Just imagine if they threw you in a circus, a fucking UFC octagon, a Royal Rumble, and you're the sergeant. Motherfucker, you got some stripes, responsibility. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Heck, there's sergeants here that are not worth a fuck. Yeah, there's plenty. Holy fuck. Probably 85%. Probably 90 fucking percent. 90% of the sergeants are not worth a fuck, right? And depending on who you talk to, they may say, heck, yeah, you weren't worth a fuck. Yeah, okay, let them tell it. Let them tell it, right? They're still there. They're still miserable. Me, clearly, I know a thing or two about a thing or two, and I know how to maneuver. Motherfuckers, chess, not checkers. So yeah, as a sergeant, learning the rank was difficult in the transition. Protecting the troops was priority. Giving the inmates what they had coming within reason. Within reason. You want to act wild and a fucking fool? You're going to get the wild and fool treatment. You want to act humane, normal, and understanding? You're going to get the normal, humane, understanding treatment. Okay? You want to assault staff? Leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Lieutenant, we're 18 minutes in, motherfuckers. You know I was a lieutenant. Oh, so I was a CO for 8 years. A sergeant for 3 years, thank God. And then the lieutenant for 5 years. That's 8 and 8 is 16. It's basic math. CDCR, basic math. Lieutenant for 5 years, man, let me tell you. First thing I did as a lieutenant, I went out and I got myself a good coffee mug. It said world's okayest lieutenant. I bought it for myself. Same way that I bought this for myself. I like to buy myself things, right? Ain't nobody going to treat me but myself. Sometimes you got to look out for number one. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. I lost all caring in the world, right? I was fucking tired of the bullshit. As an officer, as a sergeant, to me in my head, I had arrived. I had made it. Everything I had aspired, not initially. Once I started seeing that the lieutenants didn't do jack shit besides hang out and eat and drink coffee all day, I'm like, that's what I want. That's what I want. Unfortunately, the times had already changed. The times had already changed. Every inmate clerk that used to type up every report for the lieutenants, out the window, no longer a thing. Now the lieutenants actually had to work on the computer. So what did I spend my days doing? Oh, Hector, did you use force as a lieutenant? Yeah, unfortunately I did. Shouldn't even have to, right? But that's when these baristas came on board and they were letting themselves get slapped around, not even defending themselves. You see how the fucking times fucking flipped on me? Son of a bitch. I wanted to be a lieutenant kicking back and that was everything but. Motherfucker. Hell nah. Hell nah. Bring it back. We're going to bring it back. We're going to bring it back to 1992. That was a good time in the CDCR. from what I hear. Yeah, we won't throw the heavy hitters back in the shoe. We'll leave them on the main line. You guys are doing a good job anyways. The problem are not even the heavy hitters, man. They're doing their thing. They're making money. Motherfuckers sending people to Brazil. Everything's good. It's all honky-dory over here. Who gives a fuck? It's prison. That's what, Lieutenant, motherfucker, posted, coffee, Amazon, ERMS, reading all the gangs, reading all the confidentials, reading all the incidents from CSP SAC, reading all the incidents from High Desert, Pelican Bay. Just fuck, man. It was just posted. And then the warden came from hell, the chief from fucking hell. She was never a CO. I want to put an emphasis. The chief deputy warden, female type from Brawley at the time, was never a correctional officer. And I want to put an emphasis. She's the whole reason why this started, right? Why Hector Bravo. She created Hector Bravo. And yes, she still is employed. She still is employed. You want me to go away? There's that. There's the answer. I'll easily go away after that. And then you guys know the rest, man. So there it is. Officer, sergeant, lieutenant. And in between, there was a lot of specialty positions. Alarm response instructor. T for T instructor. I was never a range master. I was crisis response team, tactical operator, hostage negotiator, CERT commander, PIO, public information officer. What else was I? I was a fucking recruiter. Imagine that, man. Boy wearing Class A's trying to recruit people into the concrete jungle. That's just titles and accolades, man. But at the core is still me. Here I am, right? Here I am. With that, the message for today is, hey, it's a journey. Life's a fucking journey, man. About 2 days ago, I was ready to fucking move out of this goddamn house, man. It's a beautiful home. It's a beautiful home. It's a beautiful home, man. I realize I have a wife, a daughter, a female dog, man. What the fuck do I expect? I got 3 hormones, 3 fucking females in this motherfucker, right? They got Big Daddy Hector to rely on. And that's my fucking role. Father, protector, warrior. That's my role. That's what I adopt. That's what Lord put me here for. Okay? Wherever you're at, whatever you're going through, let me tell you, it may feel like the fucking end of the world. Let me tell you. Let me be the one to tell you, man. It's just all part of the process. It's all part of the journey. When you're in a fucking worse spot, you be like, hey, there's something good's gonna come out of that. You're gonna be like, yeah, I remember that fucking time, man. Holy shit. What do they say? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Except the infantry will kill you. This episode right here was sponsored by all the brand new patrons. I love you. Some hilarious ass names. Blood on my knife or shit on my D. VSP Yeti, Sabatino, Araberto, Ken84, Any Reason I Can't Hold You, Fontaine Dixon McCrae, Nasty Nick de Corcoran, Atrocious, M-Loke 87, Kevin, Program Time, Steve, Still Violating State Policy, Hey, I'm Just Medical, Brianna, Carnalito, Treatment Not Time, No Shirt, No Shoes, No Day Room, Enforced Fit, Fishing is Life, Give Me Some Chon Chon, Gigi, Vinny Me La Pela, Santa Barbara County, Don Chicharo, Shut the F Up and Make It Wink, A La Verga 760, Scorpio Rising, Miss Rod, Gio, G-Ride, Vote Newsome Out, The Prison Psychologist, Fuerte 84, Mark, Zeus, Michigan Wolverines, I have an 8-hour chrono, Put Me Out Sick Self, El Chicharon, AWOL like Monty, One Bad Yard Perro, Cherokee Cat, Loco Moco, The Big Bad Wolf, Raider 62, L Eli, Time to Switch Agencies. Oh yeah, facts. Gerardo, Steven, Rigo SD, holy fuck, we got 3 pages. You guys better sign up. You're missing out. Pelon, 1205. Eric, not on my watch. Who's doing the pipe? Denise, the real McCoy, not the fake McCoy. I'm not IEXing, I'm just stretching. Jay, a pogue in a 6-pack. Tower, can I get a one-way? I'll close it, I promise. Keith, Devil Dog, Ricardo, Maladjusted, Bankroll Suave, Carmine the Pitbull, American Mestizo, Lori, 559CO, Ruben, CJ Savalza, EOP Whisper, F your 602, Las Vegas Flights Live, Gavino, Protect Your Troops, don't end up on Hector Bravo. I'm pretty sure that whole episode was on protecting your troops. Priya These Nuts, Lockdown 5, Cristobal La Reina, Hey Sarge, he took my cuffs. Hey, bro. That's fucking hilarious. That one right now is my favorite just because it caught me off guard and it's so true. Hey, Sarge, he took my cuffs. Facts. Facts. Oh, so I don't miss it. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. Keep the cuffs. I'm going home. Fuck off. Hey, third watch. Motherfucker has the cuffs. Later. Winston, Tony, the Mexican snowman, El Skid, the OG Hobie Cat, Lead with Love, Albert 12. Did that Samoan say oofa? Bro, what is with the Samoan quotes? J.I.S.K.L., Big Bad 48, Nova, Linda, the retired CO, Mikey 559, Chevelle 66, Crispy Nuts, Bad Karma, and the homie Rags. I freaking love you guys. You guys make this fun. You guys make this possible. Again, if you haven't already signed up for that Patreon, make sure you hit that link in the description below. Trust me, you're definitely missing out. Keep pushing forward.